And over the weekend, um, there was a altercation between a ESPN analyst and a NBA superstar. What was said? Everybody knows what was said. Man was taken up for his NBA son that plays in the NBA on the same team, Los Angeles Lakers. He goes by the name LeBron James, and the ESPN analyst goes by the name of Stephen A. Smith. And Jermaine, what do you think about that? Since LeBron James is your number one, since you're the number one fan of LeBron James,
I'm gonna tell you,
ain't nothing else in
couple
this
things
country.
happened up until this point. One, Shaq said it best. Y'all made this about a second round pick. The media and everybody made this about Bronny James. That's y'all fault. That's y'all fault first and foremost. Y'all made it about Bronny James, a second round pick. Second, everybody talking about what Bron said. Bronny better than 98% of the league, 95% of the league. That's his daddy. I want my daddy to hype me up too.
Real
Like,
talk.
what you mean?
I agree
What's
with
wrong
that.
with him saying that?
I agree with that.
Then they had somebody, hey, he got him in the league. So, somebody in your family or your best friend or somebody ran away and got you a job before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Stephen A. Smith just got to shut up, man. He said what he said. He said LeBron James ruining his name. He failing him. That's what he said.
And
So many ways. He said, I don't know if it was worded like that, but that's what he said.
I do got to take
Or
on that,
whatever.
though. I got to
Like,
take on that.
but I heard what Stephen A. Smith said too, real quick. I heard what Stephen A. said. There wasn't a basketball player that came in. That's a parent.
Yeah.
He came in him
Yeah.
like a parent.
Yeah,
If somebody
yeah.
talk about Prince, I'm stepping to you, right or wrong, and then I'm gonna go talk to him about it. But I'm finna step to you. Keep my son name out your mouth. Stop talking about it.
All right, yeah.
And my thing is this: they give people, this my last point, Rio. They give everybody in the league 3 years to prove themselves. 3 years. Why y'all can't get this man 3 years? We don't know what this man gonna turn into. He already said he wasn't trying to be a superstar. He was trying to be like a Drew Holiday or something like that. You know, them type of guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let the man, give the man 2 more years and see what he do. He doing his thing in G League. Y'all thought he didn't be G League. Now, if he wasn't doing nothing in G League, y'all have, man, that man sorry. He killing.
Yeah.
He killing.
Yeah. I gotta give him that. Now I gotta give him. Lane Mason real good 3 points. I'll be honest.
What you think?
So, first thing, like Jermaine said, there was a parent. There was a parent going to Stephen A. It was not LeBron James, the superstar, elite basketball player. That was LeBron James, the father, and I get it. Now, my thing was, when I finally saw the clip of what Stephen A. said,
NBA season is one thing. To propel it to a point where he's on the bench, he's in uniform, he's taking up a roster spot, and now you're giving him time in the first quarter, and you see the absence of production. How are you helping him?
me personally, that wasn't how I thought, because I didn't see it at first till after the fact, until after it happened. And that's one thing I said to a group of people I talked to. I was like, well, man, I said, if Stephen A. went personal, Bron, you should have went harder, like, in all honesty. But I said, if it was basketball, it's a difference to me. Now, I get it. You're right, Jermaine. We give everybody 3 years. They give more folks 3 years to kind of prove themselves and all that. But at the end of the day, like somebody said, and this go back to Shador. Somebody said, man, you got to realize, I think Cam said it, Cam Newton. He said, bro, when you start getting paid, you're no longer an amateur, and you got to take what comes with that. Like, Bernie, he's still LeBron James' kid, and in my eyes, he's still a kid. But in the whole grand scheme of things, he's a man. So, like, and I get it. It sucks that his father is LeBron James, and I think that's the biggest downfall. Like, that's the hard side of it, because hey, your dad is LeBron James, and that sucks that he got to be held to a standard. But it just is what it is. Like, because me personally, when I look at any type of player and their parent is like was an NBA player or has or have the funds to get you what you need to be better, I hold you to a higher standard. Heck, they even go for at a smaller version of looking at it. Heck, they go for Mo Williams' kids. I look at them different. Like, man, your father's Mo Williams that has a college team here in the city that you can go to the gym anytime without being tampered. You can go work out with anybody. They can get in the gym. He was an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? He has funds to get you the right trainers and stuff like that. And he's a good trainer. So I always hold kids that have them resources to be better. I'm gonna hold you at a higher standard than the kid that's just trying to grind it out. And I will say this, man. Like you said, he's having a real good year on the bright side. He's having a real good year in the G League. He reminds me of the kid. He reminds me of the kid from the Celtics, J.D. Davidson. I think that's his name. That's who he remind me of, man. I don't know if he'll ever just be a real, like, just when he gets to the league, if he ever gets that chance to be a real good player. Like, I think most GMs and things like that kind of afraid. Like, they love him for what he can bring in because he's going to bring in money for him. But I think I don't know how many chances. I don't know how many chances he's gonna get to actually just prove himself in 3 years or in his career. Like, 'cause it may be like if he don't do good, how much backlash we'll get, how much backlash he'll get, how much negative attention we'll get, and if he do good, and that's great. But I don't know how much of room GMs and teams are going to give him to grow into that.
Yeah, and especially when his dad leaves.
Check
it, man. Stephen A. Smith, man. Listen, I see him coming as a father. No, I don't see him coming as no damn father. Let me tell you what I see, man. I see a man that's getting tired of being talked about. Yeah. Stephen A. Smith said not one bad thing about your son, bro. If you in the NBA and you cover, see, at the end of the day, this is our opinion. We're not in the NBA. He covers the NBA. And he has to cover if, your son has bad stat lines. He didn't talk about your son as an individual person. Then you step up and talk. Then you step up and come to his face as a man, as a father. If you are down in my son's character, he didn't down your son's character. And I hated that Stephen A. Smith sat up there. I don't know if they said that the man felt threatened by a big 6'8", 6'9" guy, 235, 240 coming in his face. He probably felt bad. He felt, a little frightened. I saw him on the TV the other day, and I'm like, dang, man, Stephen A. Smith don't seem the same.
No, he did. If you saw him in the moment, he definitely seemed like, you can kind of tell he was kind of like, man, I don't know how this finna go. And then before you go, even to that point, if you notice the other clip they showed from like across the floor, you notice how LeBron kind of tapped Markieff Morris and whatever Morris that is. It was like, come with me. I'm like, man, come on, man, y'all going to bully this dude, bro? But it was funny to me, though.
I feel, yeah, it is LeBron's son. So at the end of the day, the kid has a target on his back. Yeah. So if LeBron come out and say, my son is better than half the guys on these NBA floors on the bench, and your son got to come out and prove that, you put the target on your son, and that's why Stephen A. Smith said he did that. He did his son a bad, stand on it. So with Stephen A. Smith coming out doing that, Stephen A. Smith should have came out the next morning and started snapping.
I think he did right, man. He explained the situation and kind of.
But I'm saying that's just me because I feel like if you're not talking about my son's character, then you're really not talking about my son. You're just talking about his game.
Rio, you a daddy. Tim, you about to be a daddy.
No, I'm not. I'm not about to be a daddy. But I feel you. I feel you though. That
boy debunking.
In the future, probably.
I don't care. I'm gonna hype my kid up too.
But then you need to be ready for the response.
And but Jermaine, couldn't he have said that he's just a true competitor? Not just saying he better than.
How you say it, I'm gonna hype him up too. That's the same thing LeVar Ball did, and everybody had a problem with it. Why it gotta be a problem? Because I want to hype my kid.
But his kids stood the test of trial. Like they came in the league looking good. I can
hype my kid up the way I want to hype him up though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can't tell me how to hype up my kid. You can't tell me how to encourage this man, how to put him out there. You can't tell me to do that.
But Jermaine, didn't they crucify LeVar Ball and his kids at first? They crucified them.
No, I know that. But I'm saying the thing is the biggest point is what Shaq said. And I'm finna ask y'all a question after I say this. Shaq said y'all made this about a second round pick. Now let me ask y'all this. Name me one second round pick or two that's doing something right now. They came in with Bronny. That's doing something right now. And there's 3 players that got drafted who scoring 10 points or less in front of him. And they was first and second round.
You said they scoring 10 points or less in the G League.
3 players that got drafted in front of Bronny this year that averaged 10 or less points.
In the G League or the NBA?
No, in the NBA draft. G League players ain't getting drafted. In the NBA draft.
No, I'm saying they got to play in the G League though.
I'm talking about the NBA draft with Bronny. Name me some second round players that's doing something right now.
But I'm saying, are they averaging 10?
Well, I was saying he said who can like actually doing something.
It was 3 people that averaged 10 points.
I mean, we don't know, but I'm sure it's some. I'm sure it's some out there contributing on their team.
I think Jermaine. I think even if it's not, let's say I know I can't name not one. But I think the biggest thing, like I said earlier, it just sucks that LeBron is his father. That's why it's
Yeah,
like
that's
this.
it. They
And-
trying to
yeah,
find something.
but
about
then
it.
even with that, like Tim said, though, it also sucked that you got on while your son was in college, saying that your son was better than 90. And I get it, you can hype your son up. You do all that, and nothing wrong with that. Because again, you brought up LeVar Ball. He did it. All three of his sons. One of his sons didn't make it. Didn't look like he could have did anything. But they took all the crucifixion and they just played well. Now we can't say like LaMelo and Lonzo had real good seasons coming in. Like they was decent. Now LaMelo's still getting talked about now because he can play real well, but he don't know how to make a team win. And Lonzo been injured for who knows how long, keep being in and out. But the thing is, they took that and just kept playing. Like they didn't feed into, especially the boys didn't. Like they didn't feed into none of that negative whatever.
All right, and Bronny ain't feeding into nothing.
Now,
of that either.
Bronny's
LeVar-
not,
and
but the
LeVar-
thing-
And guess what? And guess what LeVar did as a dad? He got up there and defended them every time somebody had something to say,
He did.
and that's what Bron did. It's always a problem with Bron, man. It's just like old boy said the other day. Eminem said the other day, I think. He said if Bron, or no, it was Jamie Foxx, said if Bron cured cancer, if he cured cancer, y'all gonna be talking about what about diabetes? But it's always something with this man. He be quiet. He been quiet. Only thing Bron ever said that was out the way, that when people said was out the way, when he got up there and said after he beat Steph and them, he was the greatest of all time. Other than that man don't even say nothing. He just chill. But he gonna, man, you gonna get tired of people going at your son like that. That's what I'm saying. He ain't playing bad. He a bench player. Why y'all so focused on the damn bench player? Like, that's my thing. He the 14, 15 one on the bench.
Yeah, he is. And I
so
think
when he get in the game, what you expect?
Well, I got.
Well,
some-
I would say
got something
this.
for you.
Hold on, Tim, before you say that, I would say this. If I'm looking at okay, he having a real good G League, right? And that could be more so. I ain't watched no G League games. It could be more so because they allow him to get his shots up. They allow him to run the team how he want to run it, so it makes him comfortable with doing it. Now, I think we all play ball and understand that sometimes that plays a factor into you playing well. But I would say this: the kid that I thought would have made the team, and I ain't trying to say it this type of way, but over Bronny would have been the other kid that they had for the summer league, or that was playing like in the preseason. I can't think of his name, but he was playing real well, and he
All right,
played
Rio, let me ask
played G League, but I don't think he get the minutes and stuff like that.
Let me ask you this, Rio. How many picks in the NBA draft? 60?
Yeah,
That's one pick. What about the other 59 people that didn't pick that dude that you talking about, or the other kids?
Oh, yeah. No.
Somebody else.
Yeah, you're right.
59 other picks.
Yeah.
Like, why y'all ain't pick them kids?
yeah.
Why ain't nobody else pick Bronny? Any other team
Well,
pick Bronny?
well,
Like,
apparently they was told that if they did pick Bronny, what was gonna happen?
What was gonna happen?
Oh well, so then you got another roster spot open, and you can go get somebody. Either way it go, you can get my contract.
Well,
So,
right here. Where does Bronny James rank amongst all rookies? Total minutes, he's 55th. Total points, he's 56th. Total rebounds, he's 64th. Total assists, 47th. Total steals, he's 44th. Total blocks, he's 43rd. Total turnovers, 36th. That's least. And so, I mean, he was the 55th
He
pick.
55th pick.
So he ranks right where he landed.
yeah.
all right. Thank you.
So I can't, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But we have to learn how, and in LeBron's defense, and we have to understand a lot of NBA analysts just went after LeBron's son because of LeBron.
But again, one more thing.
So if it was anybody else, then
Stephen A. didn't
would
say
have.
nothing bad about Bronny though. He didn't really.
He didn't
just
talk
told
about
LeBron.
his character, he just talked about his game.
He said LeBron knows. Like he said we understand the first game of the season, get the moment.
yeah.
All right, now let him go grow and start bringing him back into moments that's embarrassing him. I think that's what he was saying in a nutshell. Let him get the G League and keep getting his moments in and let him build himself up.
Right.
And then when you bring him back, we see what you really see.
Right.
Not saying people don't see it, because I think we all see the potential. Like, the man is a super athletic player. He, like you said, he is like a Drew Holiday type player to me. I just think they need to let him grow and stop bringing him into those moments.
What you say,
Like
Jermaine?
you
He got
playing-
3 years.
Like you playing him in the second quarter.
Last time I checked, there's Jenny Butt's team, and there's JJ Redick as the head coach.
Come on, Jermaine, we ain't gonna do
And
that now.
Bob Pelinka as the GM.
We-
They ain't put the players on that
We
roster.
ain't gonna do that now. We ain't gonna do that now, Jermaine.
Who he is.
We
We
ain't
just saw Lucas get traded.
We ain't gonna do
I
lead
don't care who
GM.
he is. Huh?
We ain't gonna do the lead GM.
That's what they call him, but man, I'm just saying. At the end
Yeah,
of the
you
day,
right. You right.
At the end of the day, that ain't his team. If you got something to say, take it over to him. Leave that man alone.
Yeah, man. But yeah, off that, yeah, I got you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean,